Hello, hello. This is Kristina, your host today. This is, like as always, new episode of KSM Podcast, Growing Business Online with Kristina. And today I'm super happy. I'm so excited to have my special guest speaker, Lady Issanaa De. Issanaa, welcome to the new episode of KSM Podcast.
Thank you so much, Christina, to give me this opportunity to introduce myself to your community. I'm so excited as well. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for joining the show today. And tell us a little bit about you. Just introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and a little bit about your background. But we can start and just know about you.
Yes, sure. Thank you. I'm Issanaa, so image and personal branding consultant based in London, working globally, online and face-to-face. And in general, I work with a career or professional people. I work mostly in French, but English is like one of
I must say something. Bonjour, Isana.
merci, merci. So exactly, I work mostly in French, but English is a new goal, a new challenge, and I'm so happy to introduce myself here in English. So about my background, I will say I was born and raised in Cameroon, where I grew up, and I remember at 10 years old, my grandmother, who was like my role model, like my everything she passed. And when she passed, my life changed completely because my family moved to the shanty town. And from this shanty town, just having one meal in the day was a challenge. And also, I am as oldest of seven siblings and four sisters. I have to care about everyone. And as I remember starting doing hair of my four sister because someone have to do it. It was like a disorder everywhere. So I thought that I felt like I have to do it. I started doing that at 10 years old. And the time I realized their friends came, the mom of the friends came as well, the woman of a neighborhood camps as well for her, and all my weekend was busy. And this money, at the beginning, I started for free because naturally I want to bring the difference in the world of people. I want to make life different around myself. So I started doing by free, but the time I was the moms, the women start say, Isana, you have to get paid for what you're doing. You're doing an amazing job. And they starting paying me. It was a bit like my first business, and this money make a difference between one food, one meal challenge of one meal a day for everyone, and the proper meal every day. And also, my mom was selling clothes in the markets, and some weekends I have to go with her and selling clothes in the market and seeing business people, and. I also remember when I had 13 years old, unfortunately, something really uh, bad happened to my small body in this shanty town. And I felt like my life is constantly in danger here. So this is where I took a big decision for my life. I promised myself that I will do everything I can do to leave that place. And at 14 years old, the song, the music and singing come through me like a revelation. And I started sing everywhere in my secondary school and in the studios, and I get paid for that. And 50% of the money was going to support the family, and another 15% was for saving for the promise. I to keep my promise from 13 years old. And finally, when I had 20 years old, I realized my dream because I had enough money to do it. And I run away to Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Ivory Coast, in English, Abidjan, and where I become homeless because I went there completely by my own, doing everything completely by my own, and everyone didn't waiting me, didn't knew anyone. And after a few days, I was hired into the jazz club as a singer with a lot of musicians. It was one of the famous jazz clubs in West Africa, where we had international clients. This is where I started connected with European people. And after it was 2 years, like a dream. And I was still sending 50% of money to support this family in the shanty town, and also saving money for myself as well for my project. So for the future. But unfortunately, after 2 years, the civil war started, and I have to thinking twice to stay there. My life was again in danger. And I remember one day being into the taxi, and we hear like a boom, a big noise. And from that, when I turned my head, I saw the bullet just close to my thigh. And I felt like, wow, I was 22 years old. I was like panicking as I have to run away. People was already offered me to come to Europe. I was like, no, I have to think twice. I like to be here, but finally, because this civil war there, I just again flee to Europe, France, Paris, by my own again. And after a certain time, I start working to the international set international travel agents. And after that, I built my family, become a mother, have two lovely children. And I start my business finally in France at 2011. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
I must say that you're such a very, very courage woman, lady, and also true story, what you're sharing now. You just have something for your childhood to be entrepreneur, to help people to resolve problems, and we know just to because this podcast is so dedicated to international market, like to people to spread the word. But you're one as similar as my podcast is, just start from Africa to France to now you're in London, and really your life was like it was like no take care too much about you because you were in struggle and you needed to resolve it and overcome. And really, really, I personally congratulate you, Issanaa, on your courage and everything what you've done in your childhood and your teenage age and after that.
oh you touch
Congratulations from my heart.
you touch my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you, Christina. And of course, as you said, the entrepreneurship is a lot about mindset for me. And to be honest, my life was from the beginning until now all the time about the mindset. As I said, sometimes like if you fail, you have to find a way to stand. And we was saying with Christina recently that is always about seeing the defect or opportunities. What is your choice? It depends of you.
And before we start conversation today, we said if you fail, it doesn't mean that you failed. This is just other opportunity to pivot something else, to try something new. Because if you don't try, you never know how it's going to be. And if you standing out, and this is the way how you stand out of the crowd. Let's say freely we can say it because why we are different than other people.
Yeah. What make a difference to the others is the ability to stand out, whatever happen. It's not always easy, it's not always quiet for sure. But if the mindset is there and the actions as well, it's possible. Yeah, it's always possible. I will share in a minute the second part of my background from France until UK. If you
Yeah, of course, yes, of
like
course.
that,
Here
yeah,
you are.
yeah, yes. So I start my entrepreneurship officially in Paris at 2011. And before that, I stopped working like a travel agency in this international group, and I went back to school in Paris, at Paris, where I get a degree as a hairdresser and beauty degree, hairdresser and beauty. This is how I start my business in France in 2011. And after 2 years, I had also a blog with a few articles. And I remember a French TV as image consultant. Through my blog, she contacted me and said, "You have to become an image consultant. What I love your blog and I love your articles." And as I remember asking her, "But what is image consultant?" Because we as a French people, we in the past we didn't really understand what is the mesh consultant things, and she just give me a few words, and I said, "This is for me." This is how I joined first a school to become an image consultant, and Paris and Geneva to become international image consultant. And from that, I started have clients like a face-to-face client. And I remember being in Canada for the first time was English Canada. I couldn't speak English. A few years ago, I
But
couldn't.
you had chance to speak French
Yeah, and I saw
in
that,
Canada.
wow, English is really something I want to introduce in my work and give also this opportunity to my children to become bilingual. And we had an opportunity to move from France to the UK, but we had 1 month to decide to leave a big house and come here. So with that English, we did. And 5 years ago, this is how with my family, my children, we moved to the in London. But in the same time, the COVID-19 started. So I left all my networking, all of my clients, all my friends again to Paris, to France, and came in London, UK, and being blocked into the house because COVID-19. And I was like not speaking, not knowing anyone and not speaking the language. And I was like, okay, Sana, this is your time, another opportunity
To pivot new language.
is the time to
Sorry.
start it work online. This was a dream, but I made the dreams come true by I had a training with a business coach, international business coach online, and I start learning and I start working online because I couldn't work in English online a few years ago. And just start learning English after COVID-19. And now I can say my children, they are being bilingual and I'm in London. I work face to face, like I said, in London and online as well and globally. Yeah.
And when you mention consultant, image consultant,
Yeah.
how did you mention your blog? What triggered you to start? And can you explain us, can you share with us what is the core of that business? What is
Yeah.
the core? Like, how do you do that for your clients, for your clientele? I know we can talk about a little bit later about your book, but now just like what triggered you, because KSM Podcast is also dedicated to small business owners and companies who wanted to, as I said, who want an international market. And we always like go like as master class to share with my speakers, guest speakers, shares their experience and who they work, who they mostly work with, and other things.
Sure, sure. Yeah, for me, the what triggered me was always there because selling clothes with my market, with my mom in the market was a direct connection with business. direct connection with people, with customers, how to deal with them, how to place them, how to satisfy them. And I had only 10 years old when all of this start. Um, yeah, was already on my DNA, I can say. And today I can say what give me like energy is my children. I have like a vision for them and also the vision to bring I can say my participation to this world as a woman. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm so excited and say, this is the new day to explore, new day to bring my participation, new day to make a difference to my life and surroundings, as also to my client's life. So it's give a drive, energy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good drive, and thank you for sharing that, and especially your kids. It's
Yeah.
such a blessing, very blessed energy. I mean, from for ourselves. And as I mentioned, when you who do you mostly work with? How do you serve your clients as a image consultant?
Yeah, it's mostly about image. It's mostly about image and image and personal branding consultant, but it's mostly about image, I can say, because personal branding is for me is about image online, image your brand, personal image and things like that. And I work mostly with I can say career people I can say, I will say mostly a woman, and woman in a leader position, professional woman. They can be entrepreneur or not. Entrepreneur, they are 50-50. My clients, some of them, they are entrepreneurs, some of them, they are uh,
Employees, maybe employees in some companies. Or
yes, exactly. And yeah, and I help them in general through the inner energy. So they can be more, I can say, captivating. And we also identify their personal branding to their full potential. So from that, they can captivate their audience. And I can say 98% of my clients report me that they feel more confident, they improve their first impression. Also, they can feel free mostly to express their feminine energy. Yeah. So
and when you mentioned that image consultant, do you think that you can choose their images, for example, to put in on their website, or you just try to figure that out, like for our audience to be clear on that, or take care about what they need to take on, or just or write articles for them about their story and put in online space. How is going with this, just to feel comfortable? Just maybe I'm not trying to be clear on that.
yes, of course, I understand. Yes, it's self-image, is some woman. I remember, for example, recently I had a young woman. She's like executive woman. She have a responsibility position in a big company, and she's the only woman between a man. And she told me that, Isana, you know what? When I started my career, one of my manager told me that with the woman who care about the beauty, they try to hide uh, the fact that they are not have a knowledge for the work. And she starts being like a man. She starts acting like a man, and she avoid everything like being a woman, be herself, be the true self, being natural. And 10 years later, she was front of me and say, Sana, I don't know where. I am. I'm completely lost. And we started work on her self-image. So how to have this leadership position into the big company as a woman and be also professional and be respectful by people and keep your authenticity, you see. And I remember I had another woman, Muriel, in France. So she was in the same networking with me. And when we was like, how can you introduce yourself just for pitches? She lost everything. She lost the world, was like, I'm not feeling like I have a possibility to do it. She was completely lost. And one of her dream was to launch a conference, but she never feel like she can do that because she was so shy and she was woman entrepreneur and she need to do presentations for her business, but she couldn't because she was like, no, I can't. I'm not sure about me. I'm not sure about my how people will perceive me. And also, Muriel was like, she can't put any dress as a woman. She only tried to hide everything because I asked her why. She said, because I don't have a body for that. And I said, okay, okay. So I said, Muriel, let's sit down. We work like quite for a few months and work together. Start by your pitches, how to do your presentations, how to introduce yourself. And after a few weeks, I saw her because we was into the same networking. Muriel starts pitch. I was like pitches. I was like, wow. And after a few months, she was still in the coaching with me. Muriel organized her first conference, first presentation. It was like 100 people there, and I was there. And I was so proud of her because she wore a beautiful professional dress, lovely colors fitting her. And she was just confident.
Like another woman or another lady.
The true her, just dare to be, dare to shine, dare to be the true her. And this is the skills I can send to my clients to be the true her for themselves and online as well. Because when we talk about the personal branding, I say, okay, but this personal branding come from where? It have to come from us, from our background, our story, from also if you decide like, okay, I'm going to put some colors into this personal branding, where is coming from this color? You just say, okay, I love pink and go, let's go for pink, but where? This pink have a story, have to also suit you. If you want to wear this pink, which is where it's coming from, with tonalities, is a lot of topic like that, and also the style, your style, where it's coming from, it has to come through your energy, through your inner energy, and this is why what I can unlock for people, particularly for women, to give them the possibility to dare to shine, to dare to be, to take the place, to just dare and just do your business naturally. Listen, I'm here. A few years ago, 3 years ago, I couldn't speak any word in English, and I'm here to do my podcast in English. I can't say that it's easy for me, but it's a pleasure, and I just respect myself, be myself, and this is how people buy who you are in your personal branding. So, and who you are is the true you. And the true not mean you going like completely in this the disorder. The true you can be natural, simple, and elegant. Is about elegancy, about like fine things. Yeah, but simple. Keep it simple. And I have the skills to teach to the woman. This is my topic and a pleasure for me to communicate. Yeah.
It's my pleasure to have you because, as you mentioned, I wanted to share a little bit. English is also my second language, but uh, uh, 3 years or 4 years ago, I was running one group with my amazing mentor and coach, Kim, and she's in Sydney, Australia. And she always say, Kristina, we're running that group. Why don't you pop up in the group? And I was like, okay. She was like a front man. I was back end. And I was so shy in front of camera. And in that time that someone just say me in my ear and say, Kristina, you're going to do a podcast. I have never dreamed about it because, and I done 21-day challenge. And through that challenge, I saw that I'm passionate. I'm so passionate to speak than to write, as I said. And also I start doing design for me because my team they don't have time always for my announcement for the podcast and you can grow and so this is as you said and I congratulate you to join me today and speak in English and here in podcast also there are many people, many entrepreneurs, guest speakers who were for the first time guest speakers, especially when they speak in maybe other language, which is not a live language for them to speak
Mhm.
in the air. And this is something what we really, as a personas, as a human being, we really have capacity to learn and never give up.
No, exactly. We have to go through of things and don't feel like a fear. Uh, sometimes people ask me how you do that. People they're like, how is possible? And I always say that is about human beings, a connection. This is the fourth country where I am, and is about understand the culture um, and go towards people. Don't stay on my own. Don't stay on your own and go to also the true people of the country even though you don't speak the language properly, but if you stay into the same place, don't move, nothing not going to happen. And yeah, I'm like a catalyst to give this strength to women to say, listen, look at my background. I'm not saying that it's exceptional, but just look a bit through my background. If I did, you can do it. And I start on 10 years old. You can do it. I don't say, oh, it's a completely disaster. I just say, listen, if I did, you can. Just go.
Bob Proctor said many times,
Yeah.
if I can do it, and you can do it.
Exactly. You can do. You was talking, Kristina, about being shy by going to do your podcast or the video or first presentations. And I had some few women, I was mentioned Muriel, like that they was like, I will never remember this with Natasha. I have a lot of testimony, but it's mostly in French. But
But
Natasha,
we can share it as well here, everything
yeah,
like what
yeah,
this because
online.
this podcast is going to be on YouTube, on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Podchaser, and many of them. So audio and video on YouTube, so we can we can share it links to that if you want as testimony, either that people can translate in English, doesn't
Sure,
matter.
sure,
So
sure.
we can share that
Okay.
page with your testimony.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Natasha, for example, she live in the Alps in France. And when she contacted me, it was because she saw the video I share in French, of course, on YouTube. And it was about have a presentation, how to have your first presentation and not being completely lost. And she contacted me and say, I want to join your Ruben program. I want it right now. And I was like, yes, but let me first to understand where you are and where you want to be. She said, no, I trust you. Let's just go. And we worked together. We worked together a few months, let's say. And one of her dream was to create her first company. And she was like, no, I can't. Who I am to do that? And we were still in coaching. She created her first company. And she was like, everywhere I go, people don't really understand when I try to talk. And today she's entrepreneur. I received the message. She left my program 2 years ago. I received the message from her for New Year, saying I want to say a Happy New Year to you, and you helped me on more than 80% of my dreams about my personal branding and my self-image. And I think I will thinking again to come for the mentoring with you. So this give me like a strength as well. This is like I can't be discouraged when I hear about that. Natasha,
So
Muriel,
Natasha also can be a guest speaker, so we can speak together and share that
yeah,
knowledge for
yeah,
our audience.
it will be in French, but yeah, of course. Of course, if I can introduce someone to this podcast who can share her story.
She doesn't speak English.
No, not yet.
Who
But
knows? Maybe
I
she will
encourage
start
my,
speaking,
yeah,
start
I
learning.
encourage my clients to go through English because English is an international language, and yeah, I encourage people. And some,
And you break through barriers.
yeah, I did. So, like I was saying, if I did, you can do it.
If I can do it, and you can do it.
Yeah, because if we are talking about age, I have more than 45 years. So people sometimes have like a barrier. Women say, "Oh, I already have 40. What can I do?" I say, "Listen, look at me. I have more than you. So what we will say? So just do it. And if you don't know how to do it, you have to find someone, can
To
be me,
support you,
support you,
to
someone
help
who
you.
have knowledge, can give you the skills for that. So it's possible, it's a decision. And also invest to ourselves as a person, I think is one of the best investment because how can you launch and building your business if you don't stand, if you don't have enough energy to stand, if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, listen, let's go. If you can't do that, how is possible? So it's mean you have to take yourself in the consideration more, put yourself in the center of everything to build your energy. And this is why I say again that it's through your inner energy we can unlock that one and make you
Yes.
shine, make you there.
Yes,
So
this is so true. For all your listeners who will listen to this podcast, this show today, just connect with Issanaa. And she can help you just for conversation call, just to if you are in stuck with your personal branding. What else? Just
self-image,
if you're not for your pitching, if you don't have courage to do it alone, just connect with Asana, and she can help you a lot.
thank you.
Like she help to many people.
Yeah, I did. I did a lot on face-to-face in France, and since I'm in London, UK, is mostly online, but also face-to-face and globally now. So you can be everywhere. It's not a matter for me. Yeah, just feel free to connect. Feel free to come. I offer a free
Ah,
consultation.
you have some freebie. You have some as a gift for our listeners. Just please share it. I cannot wait to hear what is it.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, I first thing if you want to connect with me is to you can send me a WhatsApp message. What my WhatsApp I can say
Yeah. I can share it. I can
yeah,
share it.
I will share it. And if not, it's 007 4.
You don't have to share the number here.
Okay.
I will put it. So how people can you are on Instagram,
Yeah, I am on Instagram,
LinkedIn,
LinkedIn.
Facebook.
I am on Facebook, but in English, it's mostly at the moment Instagram because one of my big challenge is building my English channels. So the only challenge where I put English as well at the moment is Instagram. But this year, for sure, I will start it a channel on YouTube in English as well because I already started a few years ago in French, 2 years ago. So in English as well. So I was telling about my WhatsApp, so you
I
will
will put it. I will put it.
If not, first consultation with me is a 15, 20 minute free consultation, is to see how we can match together or how where you are, how you want to be. Also, as will give you, Christina, if it's fine for you, article collection, my articles collection. This is also one way to see one of my approach of my work. And when people will download this collection is a gift, download this collection, they will receive one article every day during 7 days. And in the process, if they want to book a free consultation, it's just, I make it easier. Everything is done. Just click the link and
Yes,
follow.
this is great because people just this is a way how they can get to know you, and reading every single day article by article, they just come to you easier to connect with your work and
Yeah,
with
exactly.
you.
Exactly. I think in English at the moment, this is how people can connect with me easily. Yeah.
And Isana, can you share with us about your book? I know that you're co-author of amazing book, but please tell us a little bit about that book. Who, how many co-authors, and what did you write there? What is your chapter about? And I know it is in French, I mean, but just for listeners to
Of
get to know you better.
Oh, you touch my heart. The book is always need me. This is the book. The book is in French. Is Impacté au féminin. Impacté au féminin. And we are seven women women entrepreneur. The book was launched last year and by was leading with by Biba Pedron. Biba Pedron, she's business and mindset international mindset coach in Miami and
In
also
France, yeah, she's in France,
she's yeah.
and in US.
Yeah, French and US. I'm so proud about this book. We went to, I was in Paris 3 months ago in November for the book launch, and it was amazing. Just I'm like a touch to speak about that one. Seven women entrepreneurs share the story into this book, and it's also the possibility for people who speak French to connect with me because I share a bit of me into this book. Is about entrepreneurship, business things. So this is why it's only a businesswoman and mostly French. Some of them speak English. And Biba, for example, she's have few more than 10 books in French and English and around the world. And most of them, they are bestseller. We was bestseller after 8 hours, Christina. So can you imagine how is
But it's
how
the content. It's amazing,
yeah,
really.
yeah. 8 hours bestseller. So, and this
Congratulations, really.
Thank you. Congratulations to me and also to the ladies, the other cohort. And this is also the way to connect with people for sure.
You
Yeah.
know, I mentioned you about that book for myself. The name is Global Women in Business, and which is published and printed in Australia, 2019, in Melbourne for International Women's Day. And it was amazing. I wasn't there, but I have all those things like in videos and all images and for presenting that book and promoting. And I'm super happy that I'm part of it. So the Biba Padron is also one of co-authors. There are seven amazing ladies from three continents, from Europe, Australia, uh, US, New Zealand. So it's lovely, you know. And we all shared. Just can imagine how is with your ladies in that book. So
Yeah, it's amazing. And also, you see, when we are talking about the personal branding, is also the reputation. you say Biba Pedron was also one of the cohort. How come when I knew you, I never imagined that Biba Pedron was also one of the cohort in this book with you? Is the reputation, we are all connecting.
in some way. You
Yeah.
know, thankful to my podcast, for example, our common friend
Mhm.
who connected us, she saw uh, Biba on my podcast. And then this is how we connected in a way of French
Mhm.
uh, speakers area and ladies who are who speak French.
Yeah, Beatrice Demange, she's also one of the cohort of this book. Yeah.
Yeah, Beatrice is amazing as
Yeah,
well.
she's here. She's
Yeah.
also one of the cohort, and she introduced
Yes. Yes.
me to you. She said you have to keep in touch with Kristina. You see how it's going. Is
It's
so
like a, one by one,
yeah
step by step process,
yeah
building relationship, building authority,
really important. Yeah, building authority is building relationship, is reputation, is professional, being
building relationship, build trust,
trust.
that factor, know, like, and trust. And this is that factor because if we know each other and for many years, for
Mm.
now, I know people, let's say for now, maybe 7 or 8 years, it's a really long period of time.
Wow. And now we are here doing the podcast, and I
Yes.
knew Viva just from more than 1 year now. And since I knew her with,
And just imagine beauty of online business.
yeah,
As I said, I traveled all around the world in front of my computer, and thankful to that space, I met amazing ladies. And
yeah,
thankful to that this podcast, there are people all from Japan, Malaysia, New Zealand, Africa, Australia, mostly Australia, UK, I don't know, Morocco,
everywhere,
everywhere.
everywhere.
And which is curious that some VAs come to me, send me email, and say, "Okay, my XYZ,
Mhm.
this is going to be such a fit guest speaker," and I really accept it.
Yeah,
So it's through
it's,
the referral.
yeah,
I have guest speakers, and also through the people, by people who just research
yeah,
podcasts and see that this, because this podcast is top 20 in category of online business on all web, all internet by
wow.
FeedSpot. And this is amazing for me. It was in 2023 and 2024 and finally in 2025.
Yeah, it's amazing. Online business, I really encourage every businesswoman to be online as well. Personally, I had a client in US, Africa, France, mostly French, Canada,
India, I don't know, just to share it, especially
Cameroon.
from people, where are they? And they just share it,
Yeah, yeah,
spread the word
exactly. And
all around the globe, all around the globe.
this is online business. And I remember some of my clients came to London to for conscious shopping. This is one of the work I can do. Like yeah, it's about the personal branding, but you have to show yourself how you feel like you really are. And for that, sometimes I also do that with some of my clients, and some come from far to do the conscious shopping with me in London. Can you imagine? And also, I'm in London, but London is not, is a UK as well. So you have a lot of area, a lot of towns in the country, which mean online business is a connection with people easily. I also love face-to-face and networking, of course. Both is like complementary.
Yes,
Yeah.
every type of networking is so important for. So we have a lot to speak. Maybe we can speak the other next episode
Oh,
this
will do.
year. I'm a big believer in that. So, what what will be final message for our listeners? Uh, if you wanted to send them, if they wanted to start business, you shared your story, you shared your background, but by your point of view, what do you wanted to share to message them and say if they want to start business, or if they are in stuck, they have business idea but they don't know how to start.
So if you want to start business and you feel like, wow, from where should I start? First thing is don't stay alone. Don't stay on your sofa. Business is connection. So stand out, go out, find connections, find a networking, find a possibility for pitches, for presentations, for
Connect with Isana for
yeah,
presentation. She can help you.
organization. Also, find the person who can support you. You can contact me. I can really help about what if you feel like my message touched you, you can contact me for free consultation as well. And we can see from where you can start because, of course, it's not easy, but it's possible. If Christina can do it, if I can do it, you can do it.
If I can do it, you can do it. If we can do it, you can do it.
Do it. And also to avoid mistakes because when you have someone to support you, you gain time. My clients always say to me, wow, Isana, why I didn't know you 5 years or 10 years ago? And I said to them, we are now we are here.
We always need momentum.
Is never
Universe knows when we are in position to connect.
Yeah, and it's never late, particularly for women. Like they tend to be not really kind with them, like a self kindness. Particularly for women, for us as a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a mom, which is not easy to have business in the same time, family, move to another country, speak another language, do this, change everything discover the new things, but it's also the good things. Good things is new discover new cultures, share with new people. Yeah. So don't stay alone. Find someone professional to support. It's not cost everything to book a free consultation and connect with people into your area for networking. This can be, yeah.
This is lovely. And Isana, share with us your blog, your website. If you didn't say that, if you have it,
Yeah, my,
or
my
I will.
website is Issanaa.com, anyway, UK, but at the moment is in the process to for some works, but it's will be Issanaa.com UK because in French it's Issanaa.com.
People
Yeah,
can start with Isana.com. You can go to the Isana.com in French, and it's going to be also Isana.com UK. So you're going to have two websites. I mean, so
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that's that's
I,
so
yeah.
great.
I already had a website for a few years.
Mm.
For business, for me, I can say website is not the first thing to do. It's important, but it's not the most important. Uh, this is why it's not a big priority, but it will be. I close my website for some what you call it transformation, and it will come back, of course, in French and English. Isana.com or Isana.com.
You will find all information about Isana.
Yeah, .uk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isana, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. You share such amazing story, very unique, very authentic. And I wish you a lot of success in future business to get new connections, and feel free to join to be with me again this year to
Yeah.
share with new things, what you've done, what you plan to do, and see you very soon again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Christina, again for this opportunity. Thank you for what you're doing as a work. I really appreciate your way to support women entrepreneur. and keep it up. Thank you so much to touch my heart like you did by giving me this opportunity, and stay safe. And of course, I will come back this year and share new things with your community. Will be
Thank you so much. And don't forget men also. We're going to mixture them. I have guest speakers, men and women. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye
exactly.
for now, gents. Okay.